Hey guys, welcome to our next YouTube video. Today we're doing a little field trip to Union Cemetery in Hackettstown, New Jersey. Hackettstown is a historical town to begin with. It was founded in the 1700s. It is home to M&M Mars,
Yes.
and it also houses several historical landmarks. However, today we're going to be focusing on a common story that you would hear at Centenary College, which is also here in Hackettstown, regarding a woman named Tillie Smith. So the legend of Tillie Smith is well known by a lot of the students and faculty at Centenary College. You can certainly find her story online, as well as talk to any of the locals, and most of them know about it. So she worked at Centenary College in the kitchen. And she was also a student's age. She actually learned to read while she was working there. And many say she was at the height of her life. You know, she was just starting to really have all the potential in front of her. While she was working there, one night she decided to go listen to a band in town. And unfortunately, by the time she returned to campus to where she was housed, it was past 10 o'clock and all the dorms were locked. So this was in 1886. So back then, you know, women slept in women's quarters, men in men's quarters. So since she was locked out of her sleeping quarters for the night, she decided to walk. Well, legend has it, nobody knows for sure. Some say she was walking to a stable to try to sleep there for the night. Others said she tried to go find a maintenance worker to see if he could let her in the building. Either way, no one knows the true story, but unfortunately that evening she was assaulted and murdered on campus. So for months there was an investigation, and they did eventually prosecute a gentleman. What was his name?
James Titus.
James Titus, that's right. He was actually the janitorial member that they say she was trying to find. They eventually convicted him, and a couple months later he signed a confession. However, many believe that it was coerced because they were threatening him with being put in the gallows. So he wound up in prison for 19 years, and after his release, he lived in Hackettstown until 1952, when he passed away. And he actually did get buried in the same cemetery here in Union Cemetery as Tillie Smith. Some people theorize it was her ex-boyfriend who murdered her, and not Titus. No one knows for sure, obviously. However, her legend continues on. And there's lots of claims from the students and faculty of Centenary College.
I grew up in the area, and I know more than a few people who have gone or who still currently are going to Centenary. And a lot of the claims are similar in the respect that faculty and students have seen her either roaming the grounds late at night, sometimes in the dormitory, but mainly in the theater area, and definitely doing little things like, you know, turning on and off lights and stuff like that, probably like knocking and, you know, classic haunting stuff. But I know if I were still hanging around, I'd do the same thing, so it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, when you're surrounded by students and faculty all day, you want to have some fun, right?
Yes. There's also a play that was done on Tillie by Centenary College, which is great. I don't know when it runs. I'm sure it's seasonal or every year, I really don't know. But someone did their research, and so they created a play about it. And yeah, we are forever memorializing Tillie Smith.
Yes. So she was originally buried in a pauper's grave in Hackettstown. However, the townspeople came together, and a lot of donations later, they wound up putting together a memorial here in Union Cemetery, which you can find behind us here. So we're going to give you a better view of it, but just so you can see, it's put on the top of the mountain here, overlooking the entire cemetery. And it's definitely a much more, what's the word I'm looking for? A much more appropriate memorial for her, as opposed to the original grave that she was in. So this is the memorial for Tillie Smith. As you can see, her name's down here, and people leave coins and trinkets for her in her memory. It's a beautiful stone. It's probably about 7 or 8 feet tall, and it says she died in defense of her honor, with the date of her death, April 8th, 1886, 19 years old. and it's set here up on the top of the mountain next to a beautiful tree overlooking the rest of the cemetery. And it truly does represent what she stood for, and really a memorial in her honor. So if you do ever decide to come to Union Cemetery and visit Tillie, we do ask that you be respectful about it.
Please.
You know, don't come here and vandalize or disturb. We ask that you just take in the peacefulness and the beauty of the cemetery. And while we do say that Titus is also buried here, of course, as we all know, we don't know for sure if he did it or not, so please also don't disturb or disrespect him either. One of our mottos here at Epicedium is helping the living and the dead. Just because someone has passed on in their spirit, that doesn't mean we should taunt them or bother them or be disrespectful. So we just ask that if you decide to come here, do it in memory of her, and out of love and respect for what she went through and what she now symbolizes in terms of defending her honor through her death. So that's it for now. We appreciate you guys checking out this YouTube video, and also feel free to come visit Hackettstown at any point in time. There are tons of great places here, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to do more YouTube videos where we share some of those with you. It really is a great town with a lot of history, great energy, and a lot of really good chocolate, thanks to M&M Arts.
Yes, and beer.
And beer. Several breweries on Main Street where you can visit. So if you like this video, or if you want to know more about Tillie, which we're happy to give you more information, but of course everything we find out is never 100% factual because we just don't know, but we're happy to talk about it. Please comment, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to our channel. We are coming out with more frequent and varied content for you because we want to talk about what you want to hear about.
Yes.
So comment if there's something in particular, or even a place you know of in Hackettstown or in northern New Jersey in general that you want us to visit and do a video about.
Let us know.
Please. So in the meantime, we love you guys. Thank you for checking out our video, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Yay.
Also, don't forget to check out our website and other social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Communication is key. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.